Hello and welcome to another live stream. Cheers, everyone. Just going to grab a drink first. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm making sure my stream is working. Is there a video going? Yeah, there we go. We're working. Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining another Amazon Seller Q&A. I do these live streams every Monday and every Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time. Clocks are going back, by the way, in 6 days, so don't forget that. I think 6 days or so. But yes, next week next week will be a different time. Well, it'll be 8 p.m. UK time still, but yeah, for anyone who's outside the UK, our clocks go back 1 hour. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining. My name's Simon. I'm a seven-figure Amazon seller, and like I say, I do these every Monday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Live Q&As to help you if you have any Amazon questions. You can ask away. If you have any questions about me, business, Amazon, I'm here to entertain you, to educate you, and just to help you out, basically. So try and encourage as many of you to get into Amazon as possible. Encourage those of you that are already in Amazon to scale your businesses and, get to that point where you can make this if you want a full-time living. But yeah, thanks, Zara, for joining us. Hey Zara. Hey, Eddie. How's it going? Appreciate you guys coming on. Some nice regulars there. We get some good regulars, which is awesome. So yeah, let's give it a few minutes and then we'll get on to, hopefully there's some good questions. I'll be honest, guys, I'm quite tired today. I spent all day just doing calls, mentoring calls, basically, all day, sales calls, mentoring calls. Yeah, quite tired, but yeah, it's a full day of, I had a good chat with Kogita as well, actually. They were asking me a bunch of questions around Amazon, kind of interesting. And then literally a little break, went for a walk, got some food, then straight onto a live stream. So busy day. Hey, Bert, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Hey, Dilly. Hey, Helen. Helen, you've got a call booked with me, right, for tomorrow. I can't remember what time it is, but yeah, looking forward to that. So if you guys want to book a call with me, just have a chat, link in description. You can use the mentoring call, it's fine. But yeah, have a chat with me, ask me anything about Amazon. Anything you don't want to ask on here, although ask on here, please, do ask on here, gives me something to talk about. But yeah, awesome. So let's have a look. How is my Amazon going? I'm not as happy as I'd like to be on this, I'll be honest with you. I'm selling mostly a lot of stuff. I'm clearing out a lot of CeraVe. I'm clearing out a lot of Clinique. I'm clearing out... those are the two big brands I'm clearing out. Yeah, pretty much those two, I think. It's really hurting my ROI, my profits, but there we go. So this is today. It's not that great, to be honest with you. Yesterday was pretty poor. The month isn't... I just had a sale just as we're talking right now, actually. So, yeah, I won't update it because it's only £1.52 profit. But yeah, so that's the day. Let's look at the month. The month so far, it's okay. I'm not going to complain about it. It should be higher considering it's October, but is what it is. This is what happens when you don't spend time sourcing and not consistent and persistent. I've been busy with the mentoring, so that's the sacrifice I've had to make. But yeah, I need to get back to doing the old sourcing. Although saying that, I did a big order on Friday. I think it was a Thursday or Friday on Kogita, like a huge order. £16,500 on one of them. The other was like 3,500 or 2. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, we're on just under 7,000 so far this month in terms of that gross profit. I think we should hit 10 quite easily, which is always a nice sort of milestone. But yeah, it's pretty good to be fair. So we'll have a look at lifetime actually. What's my lifetime? It's not as much as you might think. It's okay. Should we throw the lifetime out there? I don't know. Let's throw it out there. So that's getting towards a nice little milestone, I suppose. That's my lifetime anyway, so throw that out there. I don't know. I look at it and I'm like, well, for 3 years, it's okay, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not going to complain, I suppose. 30% ROI, it's not too bad. Anyway, yeah, I was just interested, actually. I've not seen it in a while, actually. So getting close to that $250,000 profit, actually. But yeah, I need to really start ramping things up, scaling things up. So, Sandra, thanks for joining us. Hello. Okay, awesome, Helen. Yeah, cool. I look forward to chatting to you. Yus, hi. Do you think Kogita is still valid to use nowadays? I hear all the products brick a lot. I think it's perfectly valid. Depends on how you source. If you use the method that I use, then the chance of bricking is not say it's low, but it's somewhat minimal, basically, if you're looking for those price drops. Yeah, that's true, but to be fair, and I'll be honest with you, I've been on and off. I'd like to say I'm a full-time Amazon seller. I am, but that's taking me taking a break from in basically the first 4 months of this year. I don't like. I was trying to think. I did take a little break when I was writing my Amazon seller as well. it's not been like for me not a solid 3 years, I guess, in that regard. I've had like periods of 2 or 3 months where I've been slowed down things quite a lot. So no doubt it would be higher if I was hardcore. And to be honest, like I say, I do other things as well. So for me, it's a kind of a part-time little hobby type thing, really, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's selling it to you or not, but yeah, I spend more time on the Discord and the YouTube and stuff like that. So and now doing the mentoring, that's the big thing, the mentoring. Yeah, it takes us a lot of time, to be fair. It takes a lot of time. Bert, how are you? Bert's in the mentoring program. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that. How are you finding it, Bert? Be honest. You can be perfectly honest. We're on a live stream. This is the ultimate test. This is the ultimate test. Bert, slate me if you do. Say, be truthful. Say what you think. But yeah, so yeah, US is definitely still viable. You're looking for price drops, just like with anything we do with OA, RA. We're looking for sales. We're looking for deals. Looking for discounts that are temporary. Yeah, you know, if you do that and you're buying stuff that's temporarily available at a discount, then it's unlikely to brick. So if you're just running the catalog through, seeing something that's always available for a certain price. So I do sound like a crack record. Some of you guys have been like, so talk about this a lot, but if you're buying things that are regularly available at a certain price and they happen to be profitable from Amazon, they're not going to stay profitable for long because everyone will jump on them. So you need to be buying those deals and discounts. Hence why I push Cogito price drops. But I'm not talking about Cogito today, so I don't even have a link for them because right now the promo code is broken. So yeah, I was going to do some Cogito sourcing, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to promote that right now until basically they can fix the rewards. I still use it myself. Like I say, I'll take a little screenshot here. This is the order I made the other day. I think I showed this last stream, but yeah, it's still valid, viable. Here we go. These are 3 orders I've done. Here we go. So just to show you that I actually do order from Cogito. I spend my own money there. There you go, basically. That's the past, was it 6, whenever that was, basically. I lose track of time. Last week sometime. So yeah, 5,500, 16 and a half, 2,500, basically. So yeah. So it's pretty good stuff. Yeah, can't complain, really. It's good. But yeah, so unfortunately the promo code's broken on Cogito right now. So I've been doing you a disservice, actually, to get you on there right now. Because there'll be a free £100, £120 discount code coming out in literally like 2 weeks. So Bert says, as my old manager used to say, treat every day as a school day. Try and learn something you don't know the day before. Exactly. I think that's a good bit of advice. There's a simpler thing, always be learning. That's what I always keep in mind. Yeah, ABL, always be learning. Yeah, so yeah, keep learning, basically. Life is it's an interesting thing, isn't it? Yeah, you need to keep learning, keep your mind active, keep being... It's difficult when you get older, definitely with technology. Like, I'm big into technology, but I do find myself like struggling a little bit, like to be I'm having an open mindset to it, if that makes sense. At times, it can be quite tricky. I see a new thing come along, like, oh, okay, like, you get like, it's almost like a fatigue for it. But obviously, when you're young and you're keen to learn that kind of stuff, and it's easier to kind of adopt it, I suppose. That's definitely showing my age now. But yeah, I try and utilize AI and stuff like that, although sometimes it actually sprouts absolute rubbish. But yeah, it's actually pretty good though. But yeah, there's always things. I literally had a call today with a guy. I learned it was a mentoring sort of sales call. Essentially, he wanted to know about the program. And I actually learned quite a lot from him because he's been through 3. I won't say who it is, but he's been through 3 mediations with Amazon around authenticity claims. Won them all. One of them, I mean, I should be fine. Yeah, should be fine. What he was saying, one of them basically had the full supply chain documentation, and for whatever reason, Amazon. We're talking literally from like, of my understanding anyway. He had like supplier, basically. I don't know if it was all the way down to the manufacturer, but they just kept rejecting it, so you had to go through mediation. And he's done that 2 or 3 times now. So it's interesting. I've never been through mediation. Never felt the need to. It's good to know it's there, I suppose. And yeah, but I don't have any experience in that. I know the bare minimum about how it works. It goes to a third party. They determine it based on the evidence. And then Amazon have to abide by it. But yeah, yeah, so I've got no experience. But it's very interesting to hear that, that's what had happened. And it's nice to know you've got that, I suppose. I've known about it for about a year now, mediation, but maybe about 6 months, actually. But yeah, it's good to know that's there, but I've never had the need to do it, basically. But yeah, it's cool. AD, congratulations on your ungates earlier. That is awesome. So you got ungated on a few good brands, which is nice to see. So yeah, that was awesome. So but yeah. So Nihal VA's listening to you while driving home from the RA. Awesome, mate. That's all. Where have you been? What stores have you been to? What have you been buying? Give us the ASINs. Nah, just what stores have you been to? If you don't mind sharing, I'll be interested. How was it? Was it a successful RA run? Was it a good run? How does it go? I know in Q4 there are some absolute killer RA deals available. Absolute killer. I don't really do RA. Don't have the time for it, but I know there are some absolutely amazing deals out there. So if you're willing to put the legwork in, go out, have a look, then you could definitely do well doing RA. But yeah, it's not really my kind of thing, really. It's good, but it's not really my thing. But whether you're doing RA, OA, go where the sales are. That's the biggest bit of advice I can give you. I do a lot. I've had like 4 calls today with people. One lady. Again, I don't want to dox people, but I guess I don't know if I should say, but I feel bad. But I'm just gonna be truthful. Been doing Amazon since 2017, still struggling. I basically said, if you haven't cracked it by now, doing what you're doing, you need help. Basically, that's what I basically said. So, but yeah, it's fine. We all need help. It's not like we all are perfect. Sometimes we stumble and we need help, and yeah, that's something I'm offering there. But yeah, it was just as I was saying, I was like, you need help, basically. And sometimes you don't realize you need help until someone basically says it as well. So but yeah, it was a really interesting day actually. I had a lot of calls with some very interesting people. It was awesome. So Zara saying, still waiting to get my UK VAT. Oh my god, they're still making you wait. It's been months. I'm going to book a call with you. Oh, absolutely, yeah, Zara, we could definitely do it, mate. Absolutely, yeah. So I can't believe you're still waiting. That is crazy. You're doing the right thing. You're trying to get the VAT number, and it's just taking ages. Absolutely, Zara. Yeah, we can 100% do that. Oh, A's got one for me. Nice. Here we go. Head scratcher. My Amazon Seller Central is saying 11 sales. All my other apps are saying 14 over the last 30 days. So it could be... okay, interesting question then. 11 sales on Amazon, but 14 over the last 30 days. Interesting. Okay, possibly EU sales. I hope not. There is a reason for this. I'm trying to think what it is. Like, is it a quantity? No, it can't be a quantity thing. It can't be. It's a weird one, right? I'd have to look and see. Like, the only thing I can think is like pending stuff that's not gone through and Seller Central, so it's not show. But that will show anyway. Pending does show on there. I actually don't know. I'd have to jump on a call with you, man, and have a look. Off the top, it probably is something simple. But yeah, at the moment, I can't. What are you using to determine what app is saying 14 sales, by the way? Is that SDK, Sellafuse? What app is saying that? It's very interesting, man. I actually don't know off the top of my head. Got a few like ideas it could be, but yeah, probably ones you've been through already and thought about. It's very strange. Very strange indeed. I actually don't know the answer to that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I could get to the bottom of it, given that if I'd looked at it, but yeah, off the top of my head, I cannot think. That's very strange. I'll be honest, I never really compare that kind of stuff, so... Yeah, 30 days. I mean, yeah, so I could understand on a day, because maybe, on a day, the time zones might not completely match up. There could be like a sale drifting over into midnight that will be counted on one but not the other. But over a 30-day period, Jungle Scout, Sellafuse, source sheets. You can, by the way, you can ditch Jungle Scout. You don't need that, mate. But yeah, does source sheets interface with your? I didn't realize it did that actually. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. On that one. We'll have to jump on a call at some point and have a look, mate, because I've got no clue there. But yeah, if you've got 3 things telling you that and then Seller Central something different, very interesting. So there'll be something in there, but I don't know what it is. If anyone else has got any ideas, let me know. You pay for the year, fair enough. Yeah, it's a good thing for private label, but for OA, you don't really need it. But yeah, very interesting. I've got no idea. Yeah, I'm curious about mine now, actually. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Is it units? Hang on. Is it units versus? Yeah, this is what I was thinking. So let me look at mine, for example. Let me show you. Well, that's open orders technically. Let me just. So this is what my Seller Central says, for example, here. It's open orders. Oops. That's my open orders right now. But if you look at my sort of today, it would say like 67. So, but obviously within this, someone might have ordered one or no, it's units and then orders. Okay, how does that make any sense? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, mate, I'm probably talking BS. But yeah, sometimes obviously some people order more than one unit, so that could make sense that you have more units sold than orders, but maybe not the other way around. So anyway, I don't know. Weird. I don't honestly ever compare this kind of stuff, so you got me curious now, actually. But yeah, I'm just looking at this, what you sent me now. Interesting. I'll have to have a proper look at that. Yeah. I'll have to have a proper look at that another time, mate. Let me remove this stuff off the screen. Interesting stuff. Yeah, I don't know, actually. I don't know on that one. Very interesting. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't necessarily compare Seller Central too much. That in terms of I very rarely look at like the sales, the actual orders on Seller Central. I use pretty much what Seller Toolkit shows me, and I guess I trust maybe too much that it's correct. Although I mean, yeah, it's not going to make up orders, is it? So it might miss out orders potentially. Scary when it comes to accounting. There will be a reason. We just got to figure out what it is, basically. But there will be a reason, and it will be a logical, simple reason. We just don't know what it is. So don't worry, it'll be fine. But yeah. So yeah, any other questions, guys? Throw some questions out there if you got them. But yeah, it's interesting seeing that lifetime. So we're getting towards that £250,000. Not too bad, really. So 233,608. Not too bad. So I've sold 40. Let's actually look at this. Kind of interesting, actually. Let's have a look at this again. I've got it here, haven't I? Which one was it? This one? Nope. Yeah, so actually, yeah, you can see 48,482 units. I mean, it seems like a lot, but at the same time, I mean, some sellers probably just do that every single month. I mean, these numbers, you could literally, if you had the stock, you had the capital, you could do these numbers. There's no reason you couldn't do these numbers every single month or every couple of months. This is, yeah. These are actually kind of rookie numbers compared to some people. These really are. It's literally just a matter of scale. I just said a very interesting call with Cogito. What other stats are there in my lifetime? Let's have a look. It's kind of interesting. I've had nearly 2,000 refunds. No surprise there because. Well, actually, let me just look at it. So again, it probably is something to do with. I'm not sure, Adrian. I'm just guessing. But if we look at my one, for example, here. I've just took another screenshot here. You can see like the orders versus units. Obviously, there's a bit of a difference there. They're pretty close, but yeah, that's obviously accounting for orders where there's more than one thing ordered. 1,100 reimbursements. Refunds are probably higher than most people because I did sneakers for a long time. I've sold 4,000 Nike sneakers on Amazon, so yeah, a lot, which accounts for probably a higher percentage of returns. But yeah, anyway, interesting. But yeah, it's just purely a matter of scale, really. But I look at those numbers, and they're big numbers, but I'm like, I could do better, I think. So I really need to knuckle down and push my numbers up a bit more. I need to get to that 30,000 profit a month, really, just keep going from there. But I don't know if you guys see my latest vlog where I talk about, like, should I put I'm selling one of my properties, should I put that money into Amazon? I was debating it in the car, just thinking, on the one hand, the more money you can put in, the more money you can make. But on the other hand, you've got to factor risk in with Amazon as well. It's one of those ones where it's quite difficult, really, to kind of make a decision. I'm still not sure yet. I think the answer probably was, maybe put half in Amazon and keep half out. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah. So, yeah, it could be. Yeah, I'm not sure, honestly, Adrian, on that one. It's interesting. So... it's a difficult one to know without having a proper little dive in, really. It's very difficult to know. I genuinely have no idea. There will be a reason, but yeah. Showing too much stock, so maybe they're correcting it on Amazon. Yeah. But if it's sales, though, then what does that have to do with stock? Yeah. I don't know, really. Interesting. Anyway, any more questions, guys? Hopefully ones that I can answer. It's all good. Yeah, I just don't know on that one. So, yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. But yeah, some interesting numbers there for myself. Actually, I'm like, I say on the one hand, it's a big number. On the one hand, I'm like, oh, when you factor in like returns and things like that, I'm like, it's probably not quite as much as you quite realize. Actually, I really need to knuckle down and hit and actually sort of start smashing it out a bit more. Actually, yeah, I need to really knuckle down and get those numbers up. I'd like to get to 1 million profit. Yeah, I'm going to start doing that. I really need to knuckle down actually and start doing some more sourcing and buying and really max out. I was looking at my bank account today. I mean, it just shows you how much I've not been buying. I wonder if I could show you without showing you. Yeah, it's just like ridiculous. I was like, I've got how much in there? Yeah, I won't show you, but it's a lot. I was like, bloody hell, I need to buy some stock. I've never seen the bank balance so high on there because I've just literally not been buying enough and I need to get back onto it, especially with Q4 coming. I really need to knuckle down. Absolutely need to knuckle down. But yeah, I had an interesting call with Cogito today. They were asking me a bunch of questions around like, how does it, well, basically like the mindset of an Amazon seller, how does it work? What's stopping you ordering more from Cogito? And I was just like, it's pretty simple. It comes down to price and how much and what, how profitable things are on Amazon. I was saying it's pretty simple. I said if you had good enough deals on there, I'd be spending £250,000 a month with you. If the prices were good enough, that's what I'd be doing. It's really that simple. Obviously, the prices in general are not the best. We wait until obviously there's a price drop or a discount or something going on. But yeah, I was like, you know what, the prices were good enough. I would literally be rinsing the store. That's the bottleneck is the deals. That's the deal. Is the deals. That's the big bottleneck. But yeah, obviously Cogito trying to figure out how they can get people to spend more money, and it's not rocket science. It's pretty much the same for anything, whether you've got a Shopify store, whether you've got an Amazon store, TikTok store. If you can get really good prices, you're gonna buy more stuff. Pretty much, as long as you think you can sell through. Is Lego a hard brand to get ungated on? No, not really. No, go onto lego.com, find. Yeah, actually, let's do it. Let's actually go on. I wasn't planning on doing like a screen share, but let me just close that down quickly. Let me go to lego.com. Move this over here. Let me full screen this. Cool. Got a lot of pop-ups here. Talking head. There we go. Cool. Right. So what do you do? Basically, you obviously got Top Cashback on here. So yeah, there's multiple things you can do when it comes to ungating Lego. Firstly, I'm buying from lego.com. So let me just zoom in, make sure we can actually all see this. One is to go to key rings or keychains. Key ring. There we go. Just search this. Go on to low to high. They actually had an offer on the other day. Yeah, $2.99 for these ones here. So I mean, you can even and this one, these like Iron Man's $3.99 for example. If you go on here. This is an ungate that you can buy for $3.99. You can get 5 of these, I think. And and if you actually open this up on Amazon and have a look, I think you can even break even on this particular one. So if we actually look at this one, if I zoom in, okay, it's like a 70p profit. So it's not too bad considering that you're using it for an ungate. And obviously it's 50 sales per month and it's probably going to go up in Q4. So, maybe 100 sales a month. So yeah, you can basically just pick up 5 of those. Let me just close down Seller Amp here so you can see. Pick up 5 of those ones. Probably Mandalorian's probably similar thing. Go to Seller Amp. Let's have a look here. $3.99. Yeah, probably about the same price. Max cost $4.10. So you're basically breaking even on it. I think it's the same one. There you go. There's your Lego Ungate. Get 5 of those. 5 of those. You've got 10 units. Get an invoice from Lego, and you're good to go. Basically, I think 5 is the maximum. And that's what you can do. The other thing you can do as well is so it's a £43 Ungate, but then you've also got you obviously breaking even on those 2 items or making a slight profit. The other thing you can do as well is Lego spare parts or something. I think it is. You can basically, I don't know if you can search on here, but there's a way to basically get individual bricks and buy those. You can buy, I think it's on Help maybe. Replacement parts. Here we go. You can literally just buy 10 pieces, like Lego pieces. I don't know. 10049 is that one? Is that a set? I don't know. I feel like it is. Then just pick a Lego set or I don't know, whatever the Lego set is. Let's go to Amazon quickly. Lego set. Big. I don't know why I've gone big. Yeah, it's the Harry Potter. I don't know. Okay, the Hogwarts Castle. Get the set number. I'm sure there's some bits in here we can buy that are cheap. Close that down now. Let's put this number in here. Search. then what you're doing basically, select this set, and you can basically pick up 10 cheapo pieces that cost like a penny each. So see all the available pieces for this set, and then some of these you won't be able to get, but some of them you will. So like this one here, for example, is probably fine. Although I think this is missing rather than buying. Actually, these are missing ones. So these are free. So if your Lego set's missing some pieces, you can get some free parts. But obviously, this is not the right way to do it. Sorry, you want to find the place where you can buy pieces. I actually don't know where it is exactly. But replacement part. Okay, oh yeah, buy pieces. Sorry, it's over here. So it's help, replacement parts, buy pieces on the right hand side. Honestly, I've never done it this way. I've always done the keychain ones, and then you're basically just picking up some cheapo kind of like view all pieces. You want to pick the cheap ones that cost like 10p each or whatever. Sort low to high. You know, here we go. Get 5 of these, 10 of these, whatever. You know, 40, 50p, something like that for that game, basically. So you can give that a go. I mean, you may as well give it a go. You know, get 5 of these and 5 of it, whatever it is, basically, and you're good. Yeah, so that's another way to do it, by the way. So to do Lego, but I kind of personally prefer just doing the old keychains. You know, yeah. I mean, that you're building some. You can't sell these pieces, so this way you can get some items. You can get some sales under your belt. You can not that you're making much money on them, but I think it's about 70p profit per unit. So technically, there you're making £7. You know, getting some sales under your belt, showing Amazon you're legit, and yeah, there you go. Pretty simple, really. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it on that one. Let's go back to the old, just the old normal torch chat camera thing. I think there's is there some celebration right now? What's going on? There's fireworks going outside. Yeah, I don't know what the celebration is, but people are on. It's not Halloween, is it? No, it's too early for that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on anyway. So no, it's not. Is the answer. Have done my first order sitting in and placed order from Friday night. Cool, sounds good. If they get 100% agreement with Amazon, is be all over Cookie. Yeah, that would help as well, of course. Yeah, so Amazon's just being really funny right now. Like I said, I hear from multiple sources, Amazon just not accepting authenticity complaints. You got all the supply chain. Like I said, I've mentioned it before, but I've had someone in the mentorship program. She was getting direct from the manufacturer. They refused to accept the manufacturer's invoice direct from the manufacturer. I mean, it just at that point, if they're not going to accept that, then we may as well just give up, I suppose. I don't know, like, you know, it's just ridiculous. Honestly, it's just ridiculous. It is just insanity right now. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway. But you've got to put up with the good and the bad. You want to be on the best platform. Well, I say the best. You want to be on the biggest platform in the world. You want to be, sell on the biggest platform, have access to all the customers, the pay premium stuff like that. And you've got to basically put up with the BS, and that's part of it, I suppose. But yeah. Dwight. I searched Eid, but yeah, it's Dwight. Yeah, that makes. I think I saw something in Asda about that. Yeah, so I knew it was something like that, but yeah, I couldn't remember. But yeah, it explains all the fireworks going outside. So yeah, scared the crap out of me earlier. But yeah, so that explains it. But yeah. So yeah, that's the Lego Ungate, basically. You can get an invoice from Lego, and you have to email them, I believe. What does OA Hero say? OA Hero says... Oops. It says site not supported. That's not right. How is Lego not on OA Hero? What? That's not right. Are you kidding me? That's not right. How is Lego not on there? That is a massive oversight on my part. How is Lego not on there? That is so OA Hero, by the way, is my extension. How is Lego? That is not true. I mean, I'm going to go look at the database now quickly. That can't be not on there. Why is that not working? That is crazy. I cannot believe that. Let me have a look. Retailer info. Yeah, it is on there. So why is that not working? Oh, it's shop.lego.com. That's why. They've changed the URL just to lego.com. That's why. Interesting. So they've changed it. Okay, let me fix that now. Okay. I was going to say, that is crazy. That should be fixed now. I was like, how is Lego not on there? There we go. Right. So let me get screenshot OA Hero here. was going to say, yeah, anyway, that was a bit scary. I was like, what is going on? So that's what OA Hero says on this, my Chrome extension. So reseller friendly. Quantity limit depends on the product. Okay, not much help. But yeah, normally 5 or 3. Do not exceed quantity limits with multiple orders. Likewise, do not create multiple accounts. They will ban you for life. They do give you a VAT invoice. How do you get it? You get it via email, or you can contact customer support. So it tells you all this information stuff on there and how to get your VAT invoice. But yeah, I was getting worried there. I was like, why is Lego not on there? That is crazy. But yeah, that's the answer. They've actually changed the URL from shop.lego.com to just lego.com, which makes more sense, to be fair. So yeah. So Zara is saying I am getting any sales because I've got buy box from a month ago. Sending you the ASIN to your Discord. What should I do? So you're not getting any sales, is that what you're saying? Sorry, because I'm a month ago sending you the ASIN to Discord. What should I do? Any tips? So yeah. So are you getting? I'm trying to understand what's going on. You are or not getting the buy box? I can have a quick look for you. Amazon.com/DP/ There we go. Okay, a very nice brand. This one, like this one a lot. So, just run me through again. Just are you or are you not getting the buy box in this one? For some reason, my seller amp has stopped working now. Can we share this one or not? Or am I not allowed to share this one? Can I share it on screen? Or are we keeping this private? I think we'll keep it private. I'll probably have to look at it later. But yeah, it's this one here, there's like 25 sellers. So, you're probably going to have to wait your turn to get the buy box, basically. Not getting. Okay, cool. I don't know what seller you are, what price you are. Yeah, all depends on that kind of stuff, basically. I don't know. Yeah, you'd have to message me and I'll have to look, basically. But yeah, you kind of have to wait your turn on this one. There's 25 sellers on there. I think I'm actually on this listing as well. If I'm not now, I will be later. I'm trying to look now, actually see if I'm on here. But yeah, I'm not on there, actually, surprisingly. I thought I would be. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, you're going to have to wait your turn, basically. I'll have to look at your store and see. But yeah. Claudia's saying, do you also get more than average returns for Latefa? I'll be honest with you, I was sleeping on that brand massively. I think I've only bought one order of Latefa. For whatever reason, I had like a mental bias that you couldn't buy that brand because I think Al Haramain gave me like a dodgy kind of view of those UAE kind of perfumes. So I kind of had it in my mind that because Al Haramain was like such a nasty company, for whatever reason, that was like translating over to these other brands. But then it turns out Latefa is firstly, it's a super hot brand that's doing ridiculously well. Sales are going through the roof. And secondly, you can sell it as well. So I lost out there. I don't think I've actually sold a single Latefa item, although I think I've got some in stock. Is it TTAFA? Yeah, so I've got some stuff in stock. Apparently, this is a bad buy because I'm looking at it now. And yeah, there's no buy box at this price. Great. So I should still make money, actually. It's okay. I got a good deal on it. But yeah. Okay, interesting. So weird there's no buy box of this. Yeah, we lost the buy. Anyway, it's one that will do quite well in Q4. But yeah, I unfortunately have no experience with the returns. But yeah, well, this looks quite bricky, actually, this one. So I might have made a mistake buying this. But anyway, we'll see. I did notice the boxes were quite elaborate and the bottles were quite elaborate. So yeah, it's very interesting. But yeah, very popular brands at the moment. Very popular. Yeah, Mizara basically come down to buy box and just time on the listing and things like that. You're gonna have to wait your turn. Pretty much that's what it comes down to. And looking at that listing you sent me, price. Yeah, price could be higher in Q4. So right now price is 65. It could go all the way up to like 90, 85, 90 in by December. So I'd sit and wait on that one. Definitely. So yeah, I'd sit and wait. One thing I've noticed is that London luxury products, always be watching out for them. They're on that listing. They are a massive company with a ridiculous amount of stock and they get insane deals. So I'm always a bit wary about being on listings with them because they can literally, yeah, they can, yeah. Oh God, interesting. I'm just looking at the sellers, right? It's just, you wonder why Amazon have, I mean, I don't want to be like, and Amazon wonder why, there's fake items being sold on the platform. I'm just looking at this. I'm just looking at this, right? Okay. I'm sorry, but this is going to be like, as a brand new seller out of China. I'm sorry, what they're selling is going to be fake. I'm sorry to say it, but it's very likely. You know, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, very likely. I don't mean to dox this person, but yeah, I mean, come on. You see that and you're like, yeah, that's going to be fake. Come on. Really? Just honestly. And Amazon wonder why they have problems with like authenticity and stuff. It's just crazy. It is actually crazy. But yeah, there's another one on here as well. Another one from China I'm seeing here. No feedback whatsoever. There's 2 of them literally on this listing. And it's just, it'll be 100% fake items. I'm almost tempted to buy one, actually, from each seller. And then, yeah. Crazy. Actually crazy. It just reminds me of YouMove all over again. This just does my head in, honestly. Like, because we, I and you guys out there, you're doing the right things, making, buying authentic stock, doing all the right things, jumping all the right hoops, and then you can literally, apparently, you can just be I'm not saying it's 100% guaranteed to be fake, but it's very likely. How is a brand new seller with no feedback? It even dispatches from China as well. How is that on there? It's obviously going to be fake. I'm sorry, it is. I'm tempted to order, actually. I'm going to order from both of those ones and see. And also they can sell that brand, which is a premium brand. Like, I'll say what brand it is. It should be fine. It's Versace. How are they on that listing? How? Oh my God, it's crazy. Actually ridiculous. Yeah. Amazon has a big problem, and they just don't. The way they're solving it is just ridiculous. Anyway. Sorry, I've been a bit of a little rant there because it's ridiculous. So not sure why not. Yeah, because you just got to wait your turn, basically, on that one. Yeah, so how do you get the buy box if there isn't a buy box? Newbie, sorry if it's a daft question. No, it's not a question at all. So sometimes there'll be a suppressed buy box. So if I look at that actual listing that I've got, for example, here, it will say, for example, I've lost it. I'm just looking at these Chinese sellers. Ridiculous. Oh, so funny. Yeah, so you'll get something like this, basically. So it means priced higher than typical. So what this means basically is Amazon's determined that the price on Amazon right now is higher than the market. So the price for this particular I'm looking at is £28. They've obviously looked at other places and seen that it's, £28 is too expensive, and they've decided, we're going to suppress the buy box at that price. So yeah, and how do you get the buy box? So when there is a buy box, how do you get it? It comes down to multiple factors. No one knows apart from a few people in Amazon. It's a very closely guarded secret. Essentially, it comes down to pretty much time on the listing is one of them. Seller rank, seller rating, stock levels, price is obviously the big one. What else? It comes down to it. But yeah, the price is the big one, and then things like time on the listing, seller history. Have you got any complaints on your account? How much feedback have you got? All that kind of stuff, essentially. But price is probably 90% of it, basically. Yeah, and this is what I mean. Like, come on. There's basically these 2 of them on there. Sold from and dispatching from China. I'm going to order them after this. I'm going to order both of them from both of them. And I want to see, basically, because I'm just curious. I know they're going to be fake. It's just ridiculous. So I don't know how they're on there. Yeah, it's actually crazy. But I'm going to make an order. Do an experiment for you guys. Costing me 140 or quid or whatever. I'm going to make an order. But yeah, I wonder actually what else. I'm going to actually... Okay, let's have a look here. Wow. I'm going to remove these from my basket because I don't want to dox the product. Interesting. I'm going to share my screen again. I'm just going through this person now. Because it just looks suspicious to me. Let me full screen my screen. Talking head again. Right. So let me just get rid of this. Hopefully I'm not going to end up doxing you by looking at like the one Versace they're selling. But look at the amount of products they've got in stock. This is a brand new seller on Amazon. A brand new seller. Let's get rid of that as well. No feedback. Yeah. Health and personal care. Okay, hopefully I'm not going to I'm just going to do this off screen quickly because I'm just going to quickly search Versace on the seller. Okay, they've only got like one item, and okay, so yeah, I'm glad I did that off screen. But yeah, anyway, I'm just looking at this and going like, how has this person got so many items on here for sale? Yeah, it's crazy, right? I just don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to think if there's any good big brands on this one, but yeah. Anyway, kind of interesting. Yeah. Weird, right? I don't know. Weird. Find this thing whole weird. This weird. A brand new seller's got 624 products on there. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. It just seems sus to me. Anyway, is what it is. Yeah. Anyway, and I say Amazon. That honestly, it was the same thing with that YouMove situation. It was honestly the same thing on YouMove. There was again. I don't want to be. I'm not being racist or anything like that. But I'm just I'm just saying how it was. Chinese sellers on YouMove. They were selling it for the cheapest price. They had basically no feedback or low feedback, and yeah, and that was all fake basically. So yeah, I'm just wondering how that person is selling so much. Like have so many products that they're ungated on. I just find it fascinating. I'm going to look at the other one quickly as well. Sorry, this maybe makes terrible viewing. I don't know. Apologies. Is the oh my god, look, I've literally gone on to the other seller, right? Let me go here, all right. Talk about deja vu. Let me move this over here. I don't want to, again, dox the old thingy bob. But yeah, look. Talk about deja vu, the exact same. This is a different seller on the same listing, pretty much the exact same number of results. Yeah, crazy, right? Selling all the exact same stuff, I think. Well, it seems like it does anyway, but yeah. Interesting. Yeah. That seems sus to me. Seems very sus. Anyway, yeah. Won't dwell too much on that anymore. Seems interesting to me. Yeah. Oh, until Amazon sort this out, there's going to be problems on the platform. There really is going to be problems on the platform because, yeah, until they sort that out, yeah. I'm going to make an order after this, though, just to experiment with it. But yeah, these guys have pretty much got the exact same stuff they're selling. Yeah, I'm literally looking at the first, 5 products. They're exactly the same. Let's have a look. Yeah. Anyway, right. Let's move. Any other questions, guys? I'm sorry. I went on a bit of a tangent there, so apologies. Probably lost a load of viewers. But yeah, Monday night Inspector Michael Knight. Yeah. Come on. I mean, it's obvious, right? Again, I'm looking at the two sellers. So firstly, not only are they okay. Not only are they. I'm going to go into this quickly. Right. Right. To talk about multi-accounting, right? So this is one seller, okay? This tab is the other seller, okay? I'm going to switch between the two tabs now. This is them. I'm literally switching between them now. So they're multi-accounting as well. Let's go down here. They've got the exact same products on the listings. Is it this one here? Let's scroll to that kind of Hwande thingy bob. So talk about multi-accounting. Look, I'm switching between them. They've got the exact same in the exact same order as well. Oh my god, it's so ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems so obvious to me, but yeah, I guess it's these two sellers here basically, selling the exact same things. Inspector Mogul. But yeah, they're meant to be different companies, apparently. Different addresses and everything, Yeah, different business trade addresses, but some of the exact same items. Interesting, right? And yet we're the ones that get hassled all the time for inauthentic goods and, can't ungate products and all this kind of rubbish, That person there with 0 sales has got 611 products in their store. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, maybe they drop it from Temu. Maybe they do. Yeah, I'm very intrigued. I'm going to be making an order afterwards, and we'll have a look and see. Yeah, very interesting. What is your year-to-date sales revenue? That's an interesting one. It's not probably as good as you might imagine, to be fair. It's actually quite disappointing, I think, but I'm not sure. I'll have a look. We looked at the lifetime earlier, so if you want to see the lifetime, have a look at the well, just scroll back basically. I actually think this year is pretty poor. In my defense, I didn't really do a lot of Amazon for the first sort of 4 months. But yeah, it's pretty bad actually. I'm not that thrilled about it, to be honest, but let's screenshot it. They don't hide anything here. This is my year to date. Pretty disappointing so far. But yeah, there we go. So it took me a while to ramp back up to that kind of 10,000 profit month. But yeah, that's pretty much where we are. So January, I think basically January, February, March, I pretty much did nothing. So not the best really, but that is what it is. So what was January? January was like £1,500 profit. Again, I literally the Umove thing had me scared, so I kind of scaled back Amazon quite heavily. February was, I'm not going to screenshot them all, I'll just tell you. February was, that's weird. Apparently negative 500 in February. How is that possible? I don't know actually. It's weird. It's interesting looking at this actually. Okay, I've got no idea how I lost 600 in February. Did I sell something for a loss? I don't know. March, let's have a look. March. Okay, then £1,000 in March. Basically, first 3-4 months on Amazon this month. First 3 or 4 months of the year on Amazon, I basically was taking a bit of a break. So yeah, I need to, and then obviously I scaled back up. But yeah, not the good numbers at all. You hit 1 million sales in 2025. What was it? What was it? No, I haven't. Not in 2025. No. So we're at like £500,000 for the year basically. So have I not moved over Seller Fuse? No, I plan on doing it at some point, but I've not had a chance yet. I don't have the mental capacity or the time to do it yet. I know in theory it's not hard to move over, but then I've got to learn how to use a new platform, for all the stuff, and I just don't have time right now. I'm too busy with other bits. But yeah, at some point I've already paid for the year actually, so I really should move over. I need to sit down and do that at some point. But yeah, other things keep coming up and taking up my time. For the gain of moving over, I mean, what's the gain really? I guess it's not gonna make me more money. I wouldn't have thought so. So it's one of those ones where I just really don't find the time to do it. But no, those numbers are rubbish, MTT. Let's be honest. But yeah, I mean, I only really started ramping up in. Let's have a look. I don't know, April, May. I think sometimes I look at April. What was my April number? April. 2,500 April. Then I started ramping up, I think, to the point where I'm doing like 10,000 a month now. So it takes time to ramp up, to be fair, But yeah, anyway, doing okay numbers now. That's the main thing. But yeah, I was a bit embarrassed by those numbers. I mean, but yeah, not good. I'm also going to look after this. How the hell did I lose money in February? If I look at my orders, actually. Oh, I think I know why, actually. I actually think I know why. But yeah, okay. I think, actually, hang on. I don't know. I'd have to look into that. I don't know. That's weird. Okay, so strange. But yeah, I did get caught on a massive removal order, which did cost me a lot of money. But yeah, that might have been the reason why. I might have done a big removal, but I thought that was after February. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling now. How many units do you have in Amazon right now? So right now I've got 7,156 units in Amazon. Total cost of goods is £116,000. Available though is only 90,500. So I've got a little bit of expired. I must have a lot of. Where is the rest of it then? So I've got total units. I've got about £1,300 of expired goods apparently. Yeah, I don't know where the rest of it is, but available in FBA is. Oh yeah, so I've got. Okay, interesting. Yeah, 116,000 anyway. So I don't know why there's such a big difference there. What's making that up? But the inbound should be counting towards the 90,000. Yeah, anyway, I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, why the available FBA is so much lower than the actual. Oh, I think I know why it is. I think I've got some stranded. They would show stranded, wouldn't they? I've got some DKNYs and some stuff, I suppose, that I've been hard gated. I've still got left over. I really cocked up DKNY, to be fair. I thought I had more time to sell it, and then it turns out I didn't, and I'm left with a bunch of it, and now I have to eBay it, or hope it comes back at some point. But yeah, anyway, yeah, about that number anyway. How much have I spent? 1 second. Oh yeah, so yeah, how much you spent this month on stock? I'd say probably around 30,000. No, 45,000 probably. 45,000. I'll have to look at my sheet, which is not up to date right now. But yeah, about 45,000. I mean, I did 20 on Cogita. I probably did another 10 on 10-15 on Prime Day. And then 35, 40k, and then I've done some OA as well. So kind of around there, really. This is why my numbers are not going up, because I just don't spend enough, basically. I don't spend enough time sourcing. Really as simple as that. Hey Mogul, I'm good, thank you, mate. Yeah, good. Appreciate you coming on, Mythic Gaming. You lost money in Feb because you were dumping old stock a lot. Maybe I'd have to look into it. I know I did a big I did do a big recall of a lot of stock. I don't know if that was in February though. I think it was. But yeah, I know I probably was dumping some stock as well, but I'm not sure, to be honest. I'd have to look into that one. I honestly did not even realize I'd lost 500 in that month, so that surprised me actually. How long do removal orders usually take? I've been waiting about honestly, it can take 8. I've got ones that I've literally did in the beginning of September that I'm still waiting on to be fulfilled. I'm still waiting. I was looking the other day actually, because you can kind of see behind there, if I move out the way a little bit, you can see a pile of returns that need dealing with, and then also in my living room as well, there's a bunch of stuff. I was thinking, where I started going through my removal orders, having a look, see what was missing, and yeah, I was missing some, and I was looking at some of them from the very beginning of September, and they've still not been fully processed. So they'll come when they come, I suppose. There's no time frame on them, but the answer is it could be next day, or it could take weeks and weeks and weeks. Did you hit Prime Day quite hard? I did, yeah. I did pretty good, yeah. I didn't actually do the entire Prime Day. I literally just did like the midnight drop. I didn't actually do the entire 2 days, but I hear it was actually a really good Prime Day, so I could have actually spent more money. I guess I'd say 40,000. So I need to look at my purchase sheet, make sure that's up to date, and then see what my spend was. Yeah, thank you, Snappy Fish. Yeah, I'm on top of the Clinique. I'm slowly clearing it out. Some of it I'm actually making quite a lot of money on, to be fair, and some of it I'm taking L on. So, but yeah, I want it all gone, basically, so like I've got one here, for example. This one's quite a nice one. I'll show you here. This is one that's doing very well because I'm basically one of the last people left on it. I had about 50 units, I think, and this is me lowering the price, by the way. This is me actually not making the most money I could do, but I don't want to be left with any. So that's not a bad ROI on that one there. That's a Clinique one. And then I've got this one here. One's worrying me slightly. I've actually just lowered the price on this one because I've got 53 stock and I'm a bit worried about it. So yeah, there's that one. And ROI is not good, but profit, I've got plenty of room in the profit. So, but this is one I actually went through them today because I was like, okay, we haven't got too long left. And I don't want to get lumbered with 50 of these items or even 10. I want to get it all sold, basically. But then you've also got ones like this where I'm taking an L on it, so I'm having to take a small L. This is a Clinique one, but it's a summer one, so it's some kind of SPF type thing. So again, not the best time of year to sell it, and anyway, that's one that honestly, if I was wise, I'd probably remove it and then try and eBay it around summer next year. But can't be us. I've only got 37. And if I lose £2 each, it's not too bad. It's like a £70-something profit, £70 loss. I'd rather have that loss than have it back in my apartment. So Clinique's been looking here. I could just search Clinique on my SDK, my orders. I've done 1,600 orders on Clinique. It's been a good. I think I've got one more Clinique one. I can't seem to find it now, but I think that's actually it. I think I've got 3 left. Let me look at my inventory. So this is the thing again why I'm reluctant to move to SLFUs right away, because I can't just quickly do in and do this because I have to learn the kind of how to use it. I'm not saying it's difficult, but this one here I'm actually taking a big L on as well. This one sucks. I don't think I've actually sold many recently either. Oh, this one sucks big time. I've got 15 left on this one here, but yeah, that's my Cliniques I'm getting through. You get hard gated. Some of them you win, some of them you take an L on. Overall, if you break even and get it sold and get it gone, I'm happy basically. It was the same story with DKNY, although I really caught that one up. Honestly, I don't know why I thought I had more time. Yeah, I'm looking at all the removal orders here. On some of them, I was literally losing £3.88 a unit, but on other ones, I was actually making like £6.60. So again, it swings and roundabouts, right? So I had this one here. Again, I just forgot to. I had 35, 34 left, I think it was. I was making, £6.60 profit per unit on this one, but then I had other ones where I really cocked this one up. I really did. This one here, I was taking a big L where I was taking £3. So it's all swings and roundabouts. You do what you got to do on these things. Sometimes you get left as the last person and you make a big, nice profit on it, on these hard gated ones. And other times you have to take an L. And even with this one, I've got 54 left, I think, or something around 50 left, I think, that I've had to recall now and have to eBay them. I really messed up DKNY. What was the other one that got hard gated? What's another one we lost recently? It's Clinique, DKNY. There's La Roche as well, I think. MTT's asking, is Chris going to open up his prep centre again, which is where has got business? No, mate. Nope. No chance. But I don't see it ever happening, to be fair. Yeah. So how did you do it on Prime Day MTT? Did you kind of do the whole 2 days, sort of like hardcore sourcing? How did it go for you, buddy? You're doing Kogita as well. I can't remember if you're a Kogita guy or not. But yeah, you asked some good questions there, like how much you spent on stock. One, I should know that off the top of my head. And secondly, the answer is not enough because my bank balance. I really shouldn't show you, but my bank balance is ridiculous. I'm trying if I can show you this without showing too much. This just shows you how much I've not been spending. I don't want to show everything here. Is it going to work? Why is it not working? There you go. You can kind of see it there. Buy stock, Simon. Buy stock. Ridiculous. I've got that in my bloody bank right now. Absolutely ridiculous. Need to buy more. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I saw that today and I was like, oh, Simon, you need to get sourcing and buying. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, here's what it is. Yeah, I've got a nice little, again, this is a great, I'm not going to show you what it is, but a great example of one here, which is, again, I bought, this is an A2A one. I've had to wait quite a long time for this to come around, but now it's actually flying. I'm not saying it's like the best profit or ROI, but I had 200 of these, I think, or something. It's around 200 of these, and now they're absolutely. I think I'm literally going to sell through all of these in like 2 or 3 days. Let me actually double check and make sure I'm not lying. So this case, it's 700 sales per month, but I think it goes up in Q4. So yeah, it's actually skyrocketing now, the sales per month. Yeah, it's about 700. That's actually the peak, I think. So anyway, one of these ones where I've been kind of waiting on it. I've had to wait a little while, but now it's coming in. Nice ROI on these ones. I actually need to reassess this and see if I can actually put the price up now. Because these are actually flying today. So I've actually sold quite a lot of them. Let me have a look at the async quickly. On orders, how many have I sold today? Crazy. I've literally sold like 36 today, I think. That can't be right. So, no, not 36 today. I did about half of that today, half of them yesterday. Yeah, so I've done a lot of sales on a few on the 18th, a lot on the 19th, and then, yeah, a lot today. I don't know how many exactly today, but yeah. Anyway, just one of those ones that shows you if you sit and wait. I knew that one would take a little while to come back, but then eventually it just fly. So, happy with that one, to be fair. I'm not saying you're not making the most crazy profit on it, but yeah, it adds up. Yeah, mate, I am. So, as I showed earlier, if I can find the actual screenshot of it, I've got all sorts of screenshots everywhere, mate. We'll look at the fake Chinese sellers. That was my lifetime. Where was it? Yeah, that's the thing. This is me doing Kogita recently. So I spent quite a lot of money on perfumes, aftershave, gift sets. Yeah, so I started actually. Yeah, that was it. MTT. Yeah, you got it right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, this is basically me doing Kogita last week, basically. So all perfumes, aftershaves, basically. So I need ramping up spend on there, and yeah. So that was a lot. Pacos. What? Moschino. Let me look. What did I order? I'm not going to tell you exactly, but what did I order? I can't remember now. Paco was a big one. Paco's a great brand. Versace's another good one. I'm pretty sure there's probably a Versace in there as well. Let's have a look. There's 3 orders I did. Yeah, Paco, Moschino, Versace, JPG, Carolina Herrera, Versace, and Versace. Yeah, so yeah, a good little mix of brands there, basically. All ones that do pretty well in Q4, as you probably know, mate. Yeah, so just need to ramp that up, basically. But yeah, quite nice for your orders. it's funny because when I did that big order, my account manager reached out to me. She's like, "Oh, you're putting some nice orders in." So they're obviously like tracking this stuff. Then she wanted to talk to me on the phone. I was like, "What would make you buy more?" And I was like, "Make the prices better, and I'll spend the money." So, but yeah, I actually know. I can't say what it is, but I know Cogito had their biggest order ever. I think last month, and it was a lot of money basically for one order. It was a lot of money. Their biggest ever order makes me look like a homeless person basically. So yeah, say it's enough to buy a really, really fancy car. Like I'm talking about a really fancy one. But yeah, it's very interesting to see that they had like a customer buy. Yeah, I can't say it's in the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds in one order, which is crazy. So I don't know who they were, but actually no, I do. Well, I asked at the time. Yeah, they're not an Amazon seller. They've got their own like platform, their own like shop. But yeah, there's people out there making massive orders on Cogito. We're talking like big 6-figure orders, which is crazy. So they were pretty pleased with that. But yeah, it just shows you the platform. You get some big boys on there, big players, I should say, on there. So, but yeah. But no, mate. Yeah, MTT. I need to ramp it up, mate. Honestly, yeah. I actually. I've got it over here. I need to upload it. I did my latest vlog. I was literally saying I want to get to 20-30k a month now. I need to ramp up my Amazon because it just need to get it there basically. It's good for the social media. It's good to get that money, and I think it's quite easy to get to that kind of level. I'm already doing 10,000 a month kind of profits, and I'm barely doing any Amazon. To be fair, I'm mostly focusing now on the mentoring side of things. That's where most of my focus is right now. But if I really go back to the sourcing, firstly, it helps the mentoring as well. And secondly, it's just going to ramp up the Amazon business. So, yeah, one of those things I need to focus on. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Mowgli. Mowgli. I like it. Cool. Any final questions before we wrap it up then? So talking about Chris and Wales Scotland, I'm going there after this. So I've got some stock to drop off. And get rid of that, get that out of my apartment, have a catch up, and go from there basically. So yeah, although it hasn't responded to me yet, so maybe he's asleep. But yeah, anyway, other than that, I need to go shopping and get some groceries and stuff. Yeah, and get some stuff. I've not had a chance. That's your nickname. No, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Mowgli. But yeah, how's it going, buddy? You all good? Any final questions, guys? Some good ones. No, you can always rewatch it. It's all recorded, by the way, so you can just, when it's just ended, it'll be available to watch straight away. But no, it's been a good little session. Some good questions, actually. Some tough questions, actually. MTT was asking some interesting questions, making me definitely realising I'm being a bit relaxed about my business a little bit. So I need to really focus back on Amazon and ramp it up again, because these numbers that I was showing you earlier are not, even my lifetime, I'm not happy with. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, come on, Simon, you should be doing better than that. I should be on $1 million profit by now. I really need to start ramping things up. Thank you. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. I try. Yeah, I try. Try to do the best I can, help you guys out. So from my experience, not saying I'm the biggest seller out there. There are definitely some guys out there that make me look, like I say, like a homeless person, basically, when it comes to Amazon. But yeah, I do my little bit. And if I can help you guys as well, then that's makes it even better. So awesome, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I'm going to wrap it up there because I've got some things to do. I'll be back again on Thursday, 8 p.m. Again, if you are interested in, and thank you, buddy, appreciate it. If you're interested in doing mentoring with me, you want to get to that point where you can make 10,000 a month. There's a link in the description for that. You can come and have a chat with me. Even if you want to have a chat and catch up and ask about Amazon, I'm happy if you use that link as well and just come and chat to me. I just really enjoy chatting to people, to be fair. So you can use that. You've got OA Hero in there. You've got links for all that kind of stuff. Oh, and finally as well, before we go, don't forget, I'm sure you're all in it as well. Don't forget the MacBook giveaway. There's a link in the description for that. This is the actual MacBook. Still sealed, you can see the seals there and stuff. So this is the MacBook you'll be getting, whoever wins. So don't forget to enter that as well. That's in the description as well. Awesome, guys. Massively appreciate, guys and girls, I should say. Massively appreciate it. Again, if you want to do mentoring, links there. If you want to do MacBook giveaway, that link's there. OA Hero is there as well. And oh yeah, the Discord server. Yeah, the Discord community. Again, where you can get all the free advice and answers you want. Awesome, guys. See you again on Thursday at 8 p.m.